everyone, we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, so we just got back from a local.
Actually, we just got back from eating.
But we also went to a locals, and we had an eventful day.
Yeah.
I went 2-2.
I went 3-1.
You went 4-0.
I went 4. Let's be real, I went 4-0. So, hold on, let me explain that real quick, because Timothy's got to listen to this. Timothy, frick you, I won that. You scooped both games. I went 4-0. Yeah, anyways.
Anyway, so, I mean, we played a variety of decks today. I was playing Orcust Heroes as my main deck. Zach was playing Salmon Greats.
Yeah.
And we ran into Mystic Mine, Thunder Dragon.
Mystic Mine, Thunder Dragon, Rocket. Sky Striker was there. I don't think either of us faced it, but it was there.
Yeah, so what this really got us thinking about was the ban list is coming out very soon. It is the first month of 2020. We are getting it this month, around January 13th, I believe, is what the date is on the ban list, no sooner than.
So it's very close.
So, but last time they released it like 4 or 5 days ahead of time. So we were just really hoping that we could get this done before the ban list. So here is what we're at.
Should we pull up the list real quick?
This is our predictions. Yeah, let's pull up the list. But honestly, this is more about our predictions. We'll also probably cover our wish list, but I think we should start with predictions.
Yeah, definitely.
So here is what we think will be on the January 2020 Forbidden Unlimited list. Go. Let's start with like the top, like, of course, like the top
Sky Striker, kill it,
decks.
kill it.
All right, we'll start with Sky Striker. Although I feel like this is a big different conversation. They can't kill Sky Striker. They can hit it, and they should hit it.
Yeah.
But like, they can't kill it because they still have stuff to do with it. Of course, there's still Rose. The Sky Striker Ace Rose. They're getting a Link 2.
Yeah.
I think there's another spell card coming out.
It's
like
just,
Flash of.
It's been so long. It's been the best for
I know.
ever.
Here's what they can do though, and this isn't my wish list. This is kind of prediction. I think they will ban Hornet drones. I think they will either semi or limit engage, and a lot of people are speculating that they will limit Ray. But I feel like that
would kill
it until Rose comes out.
Yeah. I can't pull up the list right now because internet is stupid. But anyway, so yeah, Sky Striker, they just have to.
Like, how do you think that? Not how do you wish they would handle it? How do you think they're going to handle it?
I think that Konami will not really do anything to it. Actually.
Well, do you think anything will happen on this ban list?
Nope. I don't think they're going to touch it.
I think that they're going to finally address engage. Like, if anything, I feel like they're going to finally do something. I think they'll just semi-limit it. I would prefer them to limit or ban it, but I think semi-limit is where they're going to be.
If they do anything, it is to semi-limit engage. I don't think they'll touch more than that. I don't even think they'll do that. I mean, if they do anything, it's just going to be one card.
Like every other ban list they've done with the Sky Strikers.
And they won't ban it. So that is my prediction. Sky Striker will have something hit, but it will not be banned.
Okay. So I think that pretty much covers that there, because they really can't do much else to it besides that, or without just straight up killing it. I don't think this is gonna be our reset ban list. I think that April is gonna be like a Duelist Alliance ban list.
Probably.
Where they kind of like reset the game.
Yeah.
I think we're kind of have to deal with where we are until then. But they can kind of tone it down. So like Sky Striker, Orcust, Thunder Dragon.
Yeah, let's hit.
Let's talk about
Orcust
next. Yeah. A lot of people want Dengirsu banned, but I think that it's not quite his time.
It's gonna be Babel.
It's a good card. That's exactly my prediction.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about that. When I was thinking before, I was like, oh, they'll probably limit Harp Horror or limit Symbol Skeleton. But then people started talking about Babel, and I was like, wow, that's probably what's going to happen, because being able to do your whole turn on your opponent's turn just again is nuts, especially with IP Masquerena, so they're able to continue making Link monsters and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean,
crazy.
I think that is kind of the biggest part with Orcust, is the fact that it's like, oh, not only do they have Crescendo, possibly, which is just a negate.
Yeah.
They have...
And Banish. It doesn't destroy.
Yeah, negate and Banish.
I'm playing the Orcust Heroes deck at the locals today against the Thunder Dragon player. He activated a Titan's effect. He activated, Titan's effect. That monster was way too big for me to attack over, but when he activated it, I was just like negate and banish.
Yeah.
He goes, it doesn't destroy? I was like, no, it just banishes it. So yeah.
So you can't protect it.
Yeah, you can't even protect it with that. So that's pretty nuts.
Yeah, but just having Dingirsu Sind as well.
Dingirsu Sind cards, that's right.
Yeah.
Without targeting,
like
Organs are just nuts. People ask me why I've been playing it in Heroes, but it's just because they're just too good to not play if you can take advantage of them.
So yeah, that's why I think Babel will be the thing that gets hit, because it turns everything into a quick effect.
Yep.
That's just bonkers.
It is nuts.
I mean, it helps you set up for later turns by having Harp be like banish, put the Symbol Skeleton in there, and so you have another one after you banish your other one for a Dingirsu, which sends a card, and there's a lot. There's a lot that happens. And it's
a lot. But I think you're right. Definitely, I think they're definitely gonna ban Babel. I think they might limit a card. I don't know. Besides that, they might not because they just don't want to tear it up too bad right now. I think if they hit anything though, it's probably either gonna be Horror or Symbol Skeleton. People are playing double skeleton right now though, so I think that of all things it would probably be that one. But Horror is the one, or Harp Horror is really the one that gets things going.
Yes.
So I'm not too sure there. Let's talk about Salamangreat.
Okay. Would I think they're going to hit? Not much, because Salamangreat still has support that.
I still think they're going to limit spinning. I think that will be the only thing they do. I think they're either going to, I think they're going to limit spinning.
Maybe. I could honestly see them hitting Flame Buffalo.
Fair.
Because, I mean, that card is just a free +2.
That is very true.
Like, 100% of the time. Because if you don't draw Sanctuary... Oh, okay. It's 100% if you don't draw Sanctuary, basically.
Yeah.
Because then you just use it, go into Bailings, chain block, so they can't ash you. It's just real good. And if you're going first, I don't really know what they can do to that. Can you do anything?
You could ash it.
You can't, because chain block.
Effect Veiler and ash?
No, because Veiler would go first.
Chains are crazy. Yeah.
So I don't know. In comments, if you know, tell us if there is anything, because I'm not sure if there's any real way to stop it if the Salamangreat player is going first. Because I mean I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just a free draw too. So
that makes sense. I think. Well, they did that with Debug really fast.
Debug
got hit like immediately.
Yeah, and Debug's. I hate Debug.
It's not even that good. Most people don't even play it anymore.
Yeah. I don't play it. I think that card sucks.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't think about that either. I mean, of course, you're the Salamangreat player, so you really know the ins and outs of the deck much better than I do. But I think that personally, I feel like Spinny comes up just way too frequently, and even though they can replace it with Sea Archiver.
So here's something else. Yeah, Sea Archiver is basically Spinny. I mean, you have to summon to a Zone of Link Launcher points too, but
it's not a Salamangreat fire attribute, or
that doesn't.
I mean, you can't bring it out with like Gazelle and
yeah, but
those other cards. Circle, you can't search
with
Circle.
That is true. I mean, you have Signet Mining.
That's also true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that you can.
Signet Mining's not going anywhere.
No, you're right. It is a lot harder to get to because you can't really search it. The only way to search it is off of Signet Mining, so that makes it kind of hard. But even still, also Backup Secretary. That's a card that I play, and a lot of people don't play it. But it is just a free. I'm gonna summon a monster.
Yeah, I think that if it's not getting enough play, I don't think because from what I know about Banlist, they review deck lists.
Oh, I'm not saying that's gonna get hit. I'm just saying that is a card to replace Spinny. Because it's just another level 3 monster that just can summon itself. So I mean, there are plenty of ways to get around Spinny.
So other people
being at
want Sunlight Wolf to be semi-limited as well. I thought that's what they were gonna do like 2 ban lists ago.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it. So I mean, that could still happen. It doesn't come up like too much, I'm sure, but like there could be situations in which like you use both of them and it's like, oh no, you don't have that third to back it up with.
They could do it. It would probably put the deck a little in check. But yeah, if they're going to do anything, it's semi-limit Spinny or semi-limit Buffalo. That's what I'm talking.
You think they'd semi-Spinny or Buffalo?
I'm sorry,
I think they'd limit either of those. Yeah.
Limit either of those. But that's it. I don't think they'll hit more than that.
Okay, that's understandable. Thunder Dragon is one of the next big ones, especially if these decks all get put more in check. Thunder Dragon will just immediately take over. Colossus to 1.
I would love Colossus to 1.
That was a wish list. I always said this in a prediction video, but I want Colossus to go to 1.
A lot of people are saying they think Titan's gonna get hit.
Why?
Because Titan's the one that pops.
That's true, and it's huge.
It's massive. It has protection against.
But the thing is,
card effects.
People make lots of Colossus, and then you have to use. A lot of time people use Colossus to make Titan. So like now they have to not do that if they want to keep Colossus out.
Yeah.
So I think.
That's fair.
Limiting Colossus would be the way to go there.
No, because you can just summon it back. Pretty sure.
I still say limiting Colossus probably. Well, okay, if we're gonna hit the main deck, we should probably talk about the main deck. Dragonhawk, the one that special summons.
Yeah.
Some people say limit that because you can just discard and special summon any Thunder Dragon monster.
Yeah, I think the two that would be up for contention are Hawk and Roar.
That's what Japan did, or Japan semi-limited Hawk.
Yeah.
I think they can either semi or limit Hawk in TCG if they don't just hit Colossus.
Yeah, I would say.
I think if they want to keep Colossus around, they at least need to limit it before Master Roll 5.
Yeah. This deck will be Ooh, hiccups. Sorry, just got done eating. Colossus will be crazy in Master Roll 5.
Oh yeah.
I think. If they don't address Thunder Dragons now, it will be the best deck in Master Roll 5.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's already one of the top now.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine Master Roll 5. They don't have to worry about a Link monster. They just put everything everywhere.
Yep.
It's wild. You can't play the card game. Sucks.
So, I think that's a pretty fair assessment for Thunder Dragon. What do we decide on? Either limit Hawk or Colossus? Yeah. Or semi-limit Hawk?
I would say that they will probably hit the extra deck. I don't think the main deck is really that big of an issue.
Yeah, I don't think those monsters are too scary.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's just the extra deck that's scary. I mean, the monsters in the main deck just kind of
facilitate the but like that's the thing is they don't really have a goal if you start hitting their extra deck, which I think is the best way to go then, because that way they have one goal, and if they run out of it, that is too bad.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they will hit the extra deck.
All right. And a lot of people also brought this deck up because they said if all these decks, and this is kind of like a domino effect here, because all these decks, this next one is going to rise up. It's actually been Altergeists.
Really?
Has been the one that I've seen people really concerned about if too many decks are hit.
Magician.
For some reason, Pendulum Magician is having a lot of trouble. Even Steven Trifunsky, Triff Gaming, whatever, he dropped Pendulum for Orcus. Yeah. And then he made a big video saying that he didn't, but he did.
But he totally did. Calling him out right now. Is this still recording? Did you record whenever? Okay, just making sure, because Timothy's doesn't, so I just wanted to
still recording. We'll just cut this out later. We're just making sure that it is still going. It is still going. Okay, Logan. You can go ahead and start playing again right now. But anyway, I think that, like I said, I've heard a lot of people talking about, well, they've said Altergeist and True Draco are going to like be neck and neck right there, right below those other decks.
Yeah.
Although I feel like True Draco actually already kind of beats a lot of those other decks if they just play okay.
True Draco has bad matchup against Thunder Dragon, because Thunder Dragon says, hey, you can't add stuff, and that's kind of what
their whole goal.
And then, against any of the other decks, I think they do fine against, because, like, you just play, there can only be one against Salamangreat, and you just win. And
I think I think we'll get into that conversation in a minute about particular cards that need to be hit that aren't, like, themed or anything. I have a couple that I want to talk about for sure. But, Altergeist, I believe that Japan limited Meliseek, and that's what I want to happen.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Huh. Okay. I don't know. That's really.
I don't know how else you hit the deck. Like, I really don't know how else you would go about it. Because like they've already hit Multi-Faker.
Protocol. Because Protocol says, hey, you can't negate my monster effects.
That's
also,
true.
I can negate one of your monster effects by targeting a monster I control. So if you hit Protocol, also they search it out with Marionetter. So it's like if they only have the one, they search it and then it's there.
Yeah, this one is really hard to do. But like I said, if we're really trying to put the checks and balances on this thing, I think Meliseek is the way to go.
But just semi-limiting it?
Oh, limiting.
Oh, just straight up limit?
Straight up limiting.
Oof.
I mean, you can search it with 1-for-1. You can search it with like personal spoofing. There are lots of ways to get to it.
And I guess you can manifestation and get that back.
Yeah.
And then if you have spoofing, you can just spoofing it back. You know what? That's okay.
Yep. They have a starter card in Marionetter. It doesn't do as much as Meloseek can, in a way, because Meloseek also searches out your multi-faker.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, it's just such a great utility card, and but it's like nuts because like they have so many ways to get to it and open it, especially while it's at 3.
Yeah.
It's level 1, so you can turn it into Link Karibo.
Yep.
As soon as it hits the graveyard, you get your multi-faker. You've got Trap set already, so you're gonna go multi-faker combo next turn, or during your opponent's turn.
During your opponent's turn.
And that's just, I feel like it's a bit too powerful, especially if all these other decks get hit so much. Then it'll just be Altergeist everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean it's just attack directly, 500.
Mm-hmm. And Sin's card doesn't target. Yeah. I don't think it targets.
It doesn't target. Yeah, it does.
Targets
and Sins.
But still, it doesn't destroy.
It doesn't destroy.
And like that's good.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I mean, it's also really good for going into time.
That's also
like
limit Meloseek.
Yeah, I could see that happening. They're fine.
And then I can't really say like hit Draco specifically because it has a very small archetype. There's like what 5 cards in the full theme. 6 cards.
About 5.
There's like 4 monsters and 2 spell and a trap each.
Well, okay.
2 spells each.
People run 3 of the monsters and 3 spell and traps.
Yeah. So like I don't want to hit it directly, but I do think that any control deck should like all control decks here should be placed in a bit of a check. I don't say I hate control. I like control as a theme, as an idea. I think Inspector Border is a cool card, stuff like that. I hate Inspector Border when it happens to me, but like I think it's a cool card. I think it's mostly fair-ish.
Debatable.
Not really warranted being on the ban list yet.
Yes. Yes.
But floodgates are a big issue.
This is where we're gonna move into the cards we wish we get hit.
Because I think after that, if all those other decks are hit the way we talked about, I think the game will be a little bit safer for other decks to move up toward, at least be on a closer, like a more even playing field.
Yeah, everything will be closer together.
So then you don't have to worry about any specific
any one deck just being so overpowered.
Taking up. So what we're going to talk about now is specific cards. The biggest one that comes to my mind right now, the second biggest one that comes to my mind right now is There Can Be Only One.
Yeah, that card's a problem.
That card is a nightmare. It is so hard for so many decks to play around. And control decks just don't care.
They just do not care.
Because of like, hey, I only have 1 monster anyway, probably. And hey, it's got like 3,000 attack.
Yeah.
No, it's like 2,600 a lot of time or whatever. But still, it's big.
Yeah, like True Draco.
And like, it's hard for other decks to make monsters that big without summoning multiple monsters.
Yes. Yep.
So like, otherwise you're gonna have to run 3 Pankratops and side it in and summon it and pop it.
Yeah, just pop it. Like,
but you have to have Pankratops or something like that.
Or Twin Twisters.
Yeah.
Or Cosmic Cyclone.
Shut up. Or MST.
Or MST.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, but I do think the card should probably be limited.
I also agree.
I've seen so much fan out, like backlash to the card, and like people at tournaments. I've seen Konami Europe mostly has been doing like polls and stuff of what cards people want to see on the next ban list. There Can Be Only One has come up so many times on that poll. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's not, because like if that many people are just like that over a card, this is almost
it's time to get rid of it.
Do you remember when Firewall was still running around and every single, I don't know if you follow Konami on Twitter, but every single post they made was full of comments: ban Firewall, ban Firewall, ban Firewall. I feel like at this point, like for a little bit, Konami Europe was having that issue with There Can Be Only One. People were like, please get rid of this card.
Like, ban it, ban it, ban it.
Yeah. So there's that. The biggest one that came to my mind: super polymerization does not need to be at 3.
Frick that card. Logan had a very bad experience with it tonight, and this was the experience I encountered last time we went to a regional. What, 6 months ago?
It was about 6 months.
6 months ago, and it tilted me. I hate this card. So
I don't hate super polymerization. I think in a way it is a
hate this card.
It is a necessary evil, but not at 3. That is too much.
That card
that is way too consistent.
Wins games by itself.
Oh yeah, of course it does.
You should not have a card like that.
Win button.
Yeah, win button. Here you go. You should not have a card like that at 3.
It's like Soul Charge when it
So,
was at 3.
at least
yeah.
you could negate Soul Charge.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You can't even negate Poly.
Yeah, you
Super
can't.
Poly. It's just like, hey, I'm gonna take your monsters, and you can't do anything about it. And I'm gonna make a big old boy.
Stop playing Dark Monsters.
Yeah, just don't play Dark Monsters, or don't play
it's
Salad.
unfortunate because we can Salamangreat have that.
Yeah,
that
just
with that
turns
too,
into
so.
Violet Chimera. And it's just
Well,
like, okay, cool.
Yeah, well the problem there is just like for Salamangreat, yeah, there's a specific card that people can just side in. But on top of that, there's so many good Dark Monsters. Like it's just hard to not play Dark Monsters. Like I play Elemental Heroes, so we have a bunch of attributes in my deck. Well then, they started releasing like the Vision and Evil Heroes. Those guys are dark.
Those guys are dark. They be dark.
And I gotta play them in order to be good.
Thunder Dragons, dark. There's some lights, but most of them are dark, I think. So, dark types be good.
Yeah, and there's just nothing we can do about it. So I guess I don't know if they think super polymerization is just a balance to the dark attribute because it's just too good, but I don't think that should be how it should be handled.
Honestly, the thing is, I don't see it get as much play as you think you would, but when it does show up,
it shows up everywhere.
And it wins.
Yeah.
Like, it wins games. Not everybody is playing it because they don't need to, but sometimes whenever you do play, it's just a blowout. Like, your opponent can't do anything. They've wasted all their resources to make these monsters that you just say, hey, frick it.
And then a lot of people's argument for that is that just means that they're overextending and they shouldn't be making that many monsters, and that's why the game has gotten too fast.
No.
But I disagree. I just think that
I made a Link monster and a monster and a special summon monster, and then I got super polyed, and I couldn't play the card game because that was just it.
Took all your stuff.
I had a Phalanx and a Gazelle, and they were like, no.
The thing that's scary to me, though, too, is not only is this card already at 3, we're getting Verte Anaconda soon, Predaplant, Link 2.
Oh gosh, oh no, oh gosh.
That activates any card with Polymerization or Fusion in its name from the deck, including Super Polymerization.
Yep. They have to deal with Super Poly. They have to. Either ban it or put it at 1.
When Anaconda comes out, I want them to ban Super Poly.
100%.
Because that is just completely unfair.
It's from the deck. Yeah,
that is completely unfair. I mean, it does say that you can't summon anymore except for one more fusion summon for the rest of the turn. Yeah, but you're getting super polyed, so
or just do it at the end of the combo or something.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a big deal.
And that is just too good. Oh yeah, you don't have to pay cost either.
Oh my gosh, no, they have to ban super poly at that point. It has to be banned.
I just would want it. I want it to go to limited right now because I agree in a way that it is a good vibe check to dark decks, where like if you just draw and like, hey, that is your lucky chance to just out this board that you might be having trouble with. The only problem is that there's good decks that can already make really good boards and they also play this card and they're like, I could out this board, but I could just super poly and not deal with it.
Or I could do it even easier and just.
Yeah, that's my issue with it. But I think for like weaker decks, I feel like it's kind of okay at 1. I was so excited when Super Poly came to 1, and then they were like, hey, let's move it to 3 because it skipped semi-limited. I think.
Yeah, it did.
I think it went straight to.
Yeah,
I think it went straight to 3, and I was just like, slow down there, Konami, and they were like,
it's fine. No, it's not fine, Konami. Please put it back to 1 or ban the card.
Yeah, like I said, for now it's okay at 1 to me, but when Verte Anaconda comes out, it shouldn't be around.
It shouldn't be.
Either that or they need to quickly like emergency ban Anaconda.
I don't think they would. I don't think they would ban Anaconda. I think they would ban Super Poly because Anaconda just helps other decks. Like Fluffles. It's gonna help your Fluffle deck.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's gonna make Fluffles good again. And Fluffles 2020.
Fluffles is gonna be good in Master Roll 5 anyway.
Yep, it's gonna be bonkers.
It's gonna be crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Because we have Frightful Patchwork now. And that card wasn't around during Master Roll 3, and it would have been really good during Master Roll 3.
Separate video. Okay. I was just thinking, like, gosh, do we need to have a discussion about Master Roll 5 real quick? No, separate video. But yeah, so I think that's basically it. I don't really know what I want to come off the list.
There's really nothing. Oh, I think that it's time for Monarchs to start coming back, because they've been working on it. Ether's like at 3 now, I think, or
Yeah.
2 at least.
It's at 3.
They can bring like, what's it called? Pantheism. Bring it to 2. It's already at 1. Bring it to 2. That's the only card they're missing.
Oh gosh.
Besides like Level Eater. But we know that's not coming back.
Oh, Level Eater.
Rip.
Yeah. Good riddance.
But yeah, Pantheism can start sliding back off. Let's take a look at what else we have here.
Yeah, I couldn't pull up the list for some reason, so.
Well, lucky me, I always have the list open because I'm a big old nerd for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Big old nerd.
Here we go. We got banned cards. I think that Astrograph Sorcerer and Double Iris Magician and Skullcrabat come back to 1.
Nice. Double Iris Scan, because I feel like it's just not really that good anymore. I mean, sure, you get time Pendulum Graph, but I mean...
Well, Pendulums are just kind of struggling right now. And they kind of, I think they deserve a little bit of boost from where they are.
Skullcrabat.
A lot of people want Astrograph to come back to 1 all of a sudden, but I mean, personally, I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm like, you know what? Let it try. Just try it at 1.
Try it out, yeah.
Just bring it all back for a little bit.
Yeah.
Bring it all back to 1 for the time being. We'll see. We'll deal with it when we get there.
Maxi needs to come back. I want Maxi back.
I think Maxi
at
can't come
1.
back. Not while something like Nibiru exists.
Why?
Because then you could get Maxi'd into Nibiru.
Yes.
You take the Maxi challenge?
Yeah. Just don't oversell it.
honestly, where Maxi is now, like, or where the game is now, I don't feel like Maxi could come back. I really sometimes want it back so much, but then I think about it and I'm like, that it's just not fair.
Just a 1. That's it.
Yeah, I know, but like, imagine you side deck. Let's say you main deck a Maxi. Of course you do, because Maxi's just really good.
Yeah.
But then you side deck 3 Nibiru and something, and your opponent's just comboing. And you just discard the Maxi, their combo, and you're drawing.
Well, I mean,
and you start getting hand traps, Nibiru.
That is their fault if you Maxi and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna keep going, even though you can draw Nibiru.
Okay, well that's the problem there, is that Maxi just tells you you're done. If you don't, it's either like you have to stop right now, or
tells you you're done.
Right.
Like it's.
But you don't know how far that's going to be for them to get. That could be the next card.
You're right. So do you?
And
take
it's
that
safer
risk?
just to not play, but then you might just get OTK'd. I don't think it's fair.
Because Nibiru is like the same thing.
Mind Master can come back to 1.
Mind Master can't come back.
We got you covered, Timothy.
Yeah, you're welcome, Tim.
Not Substitute, but that reminded me. Tribe Infected Virus. There we go.
Gosh, can we talk about that card?
Arch Nemesis.
Yeah.
Oh my
Can we talk
god.
about that real fast? Sorry, Banlist podcast. Hold up. This card is wild. It says you can summon it if you have, what was it? Is it
3 different attributes in your graveyard?
Yeah, which is not hard because people play Link monsters, and you know what? Those are lots of different stuff.
Most of them are dark.
Yeah.
But now think of like Salmon Great, you're going to have a water, a fire, and a dark in your graveyard with Sea Archiver, any Salmon Great, and then you could just make some kind of random dark Link monster, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure I could easily get 3 cards in there with different attributes. Backup Secretary. That card's not fire.
Earth, isn't it?
I think it's light or dark.
Oh.
It's one of those two.
Still though,
that's enough. And then I just summon this stupid card that says, hey, destroy all cards your opponent controls
of the same. Also, hey, for the next 2 turns,
they can't
summon that type.
Of that type. And that is stupid. Like, okay, board blow up, fine, whatever. That's still kind of crazy, but whatever. Saying your opponent cannot summon that type of monster is stupid and dumb, and I don't know what.
Why would they print that? Thinking. Why would they print that if they won't let Tribe Infecting Virus come off the ban list? Like, that's just really where we are right now.
It's anyway.
I just want to play full power Mermail again.
But yeah, that card's stupid.
Bring back Gumblar too, because that's
no.
Full power Mermail.
No,
I'm kidding. It doesn't need to come back. That card's real bad.
Yes. Dryden.
Yeah.
Broadbowl.
I would say that Dryden and Broadbowl can come back to 1.
Do it.
I don't.
Rat Pierre to 2.
If Light Stage went to 1, and Light Stage is that one, isn't it? Not banned.
I think it's 1.
Yeah. Okay, never mind then. Then I guess as long as Light Stage doesn't go back to 3, and Mystic Mine gets limited or banned, Ancient Fairy Dragon can finally find its way back.
Ooh, could it?
I think so.
You still got Draco.
Oh, we didn't
you
talk
still
about
got
Mystic Mine.
Dino. Oh,
We
Mystic
both ran
Mine.
into I think it needs to be limited.
I didn't have a problem with it, but yes, I agree. It needs to be
Well,
limited.
most decks, I mean, a lot of decks do have a problem with it, but the problem is the problem is not necessarily just Mystic Mine, it's Prohibition. And so like that behind it,
Yeah.
where like some decks just like, you have one chance of getting rid of Mystic Mine, and if they Prohibition that card that
That's
you
it.
have in there, it's like, wow, I have to side deck now. Then you side deck, and then they have so many cards that are still trying to prevent you from doing it that it's just not enough.
Yes, Mystic Mine does need to be addressed. It needs
Either
to be
limited or
one.
banned. That's the only options for it there.
Put it one or ban it.
A lot of people want Pot of Avarice to come back. I would love that, but it's insane.
That card's too good.
Yeah, so no.
Yeah, no.
Japan has it at 1.
1. They have it at 1.
I want Harpy's Feather Duster. Harpy's Feather Duster needs to come back.
Yes, especially if we do move into a controlled format where it's like Altergeist Intra Draco will be the best. Yes, that card will need to be at 1, at least.
We're getting like this heavy, what's it called? Lightning Storm?
Yes, Lightning
it's like-
Vortex, right?
No, Lightning Vortex is that one of the 3 beams and you discard a card and
Oh,
pop
is it?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Lightning Storm.
Yeah, I think it's called like Lightning Storm. Or whatever. A lot of people are just calling it Harpy's Feather Raigeki.
If you control no monsters, either destroy all monsters your opponent controls or destroy all back row.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're getting that, so I don't know if they're going to be like, hey, we're releasing that, so you're not getting Harpy's Feather Duster back. But I don't want them to be like that. I want them to be like, hey, you guys deserve this card back. Here's Harpy's Feather Duster. Because that would be just good and nice of them.
Yeah.
I think everything on the limited list should stay where it is. Deep Sea Diva could probably come back. Oh, yeah. Judy Crap here can come back to 2 for the time being. I think they just kind of need to move a couple things down to 2. Like, here we go. We've got Deep Sea Diva because it's got an archetype coming out, and it just needs to help that archetype. There's no Sea Serpents doing anything bad right now. Don't worry about it. Well, sorry, but Deep Sea Diva only helps level 3 or lower.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So
Oh, that's right.
Moon
Yeah.
Glacier is like level 9,
Yeah.
so
But it helps Mermails.
it does help.
Mermails can get you to Moon Glacier, and Moon Glacier can rip cards out of your hand.
You're just having flashbacks.
I have PTSD.
Gumblar Mermails.
Gumblar Mermails are scary.
Yeah, I think that one can come back to 2.
Yeah, I agree. Especially with the archetype coming out, they'll need to kind of push it and be like, hey guys, you can play 2 of
Do
these
you remember
now.
Phantom Sky Blaster?
No.
It needs to stay where it is. I think one of the Spiral cards could come back to 2 too.
Nope.
Either Drone or Quick Fix. Quick Fix would be amazing, but it shouldn't. So Drone to 2 is probably okay.
I would say Drone.
And then we can get Tour Guide is at 2 in Japan now. So
I think Tour Guide would be perfectly fine coming to 2.
I don't know because we're moving to Master Roll 5.
You're right, Burning Abyss is scary.
Triple Dante,
Ooh, no, never mind.
2 Tour Guide.
Could they
Yeah, they can make Triple Dante.
off of 1 Tour Guide?
Not off of 1 Tour Guide, but
Yeah.
all the Burning Abyss summon themselves.
Yeah, but they blow up.
If they have something other than Burning
Yeah.
Abyss, and when you're making 3 Dante, it's
you
all
make
Burning
Dante
Abyss.
and special something. Yeah. Never mind. Tour Guide. Well, see, they do that with 1. Like, if they have Tour Guides, then they just kind of do that anyways.
But anyway, I could say it could come back to 2 for now, maybe, and then we'll see what it's like during Master Roll 5 or whatever. Whatever you want to call that. We're calling it 5.
Yeah.
So don't add us. Zodiac Rap here. Yeah, come back to 2. Necros of Unicorn. I personally want it to stay at 1. But I know that I think the OCG is getting it back, so
I think it
I
would
don't
be
know.
really good moving forward, especially since we will be in a very, very big extra deck. Oh, Necros is about to pop off.
yeah.
Because people will be spamming from extra deck now.
Yeah.
And Necros is all about that extra deck hate. Necros is going to be getting played.
Why is Book of Moon still at 1?
Bring it to 3. What are you guys doing?
I want a Hero Lives to come back to 2.
No. Sorry. No.
I've heard a lot of discussion for that recently. I guess people just really want to push heroes because it's just been so long since they've been actually in the meta. They've been kind of starting to show back up recently. There's been tops here and there at regionals. I would love a Hero Lives at more than 1 copy. I think it would be nuts, but I think it'd just be good fun. Because it only summons elemental heroes. So, like, you're literally only getting Stratos off of it, pretty much.
And then Stratos can add whatever the frick you want.
Whatever you want. And that's amazing.
That's insane.
Well, they shouldn't have brought Stratos to 3 then.
Alright, so ban Stratos.
Limit Stratos, hero lives 3. I'll take that trade.
Do people play 3 Stratos?
I don't.
Yeah, but you're not people.
I don't know. The hero players I was playing against, they didn't even summon Stratos.
Hero players listening to this, if you made it this far, do you play 3 Stratos?
I don't know why I was expecting an answer just. So yeah, I think it could probably move down to 2, but it honestly it's fine where it is. Book of Moon, they could just come to 3. I want Brilliant Fusion back. That's going into my Master Roll 5. Please bring it back. Card, but it doesn't need to. It makes bad things. Card destruction, it's good at 1. Yeah. All this other stuff, definitely. Yeah, some of this definitely needs to stay at 1. Gateway of the 6. Let 6 samurais have some fun.
Only to 2.
Well, of course, we'll start at level 2 and then see where it goes.
I think 3 would be insane. Like, I don't expect them to be like meta if it was at 3, but it would definitely be like, oh gosh, people be playing 6 samurais in Rogue.
Yeah. And then I guess we can go ahead and get our other 3 semi-limited cards that are already at semi-limited. I guess I can go ahead and come back to.
What are they?
Besides the dangers.
Frick the dangers.
There's 3 dangers on the semi-limited, and they can stay there. Dangers haven't been that big of an issue this format. I mean, they're kind of like the whole thing behind Orchist, which is getting Orchist moving. But I mean, then again, it's just Orchist. That's crazy, not really the dangers.
Yeah. I think they're fine at 2.
Yeah. But Dark Arm Dragon, Necroface, and Perform Mage Damage Juggler, I've not heard.
Is Dark Arm Dragon not at 3?
Nope. It's been limited for a long time, remember? It just went to 2 from last ban list.
That's right.
So it's probably moving. Progressive.
Yeah. Put it at 3. 3 dads.
Yeah. Dark Arm Dragon, Necroface, and Damage Juggler probably all come back to 3 on this next ban list.
Well, Necroface was involved in an FTK, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But that FTK is dead, right?
Probably.
Okay.
No, it's not an FTK. It's like an infinite life point loop.
That's right. Is that dead?
No. It's just really hard to pull off.
Then don't bring it to 30.
I guess. I don't know. I'm sure they could just...
And then what was the last thing you said?
Damage Juggler. Did you even know it moved?
No.
Exactly.
Damage Juggler can be at 3.
Yep. And that's pretty much it. Wow, I didn't even realize that Stratos went to 3 on just this previous ban list. I thought he's been there even longer than that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm sure there's other cards that need to be hit. Like, we didn't even mention like stuff like Azathoth, because I know Japan just banned it instead of the rank up magic, because it's been Azathoth that's been actually the issue over there. I'm not hearing anything about Azathoth anymore here, but I think that it's...
I think we need Azathoth because of Nibiru.
Yeah, well, until we get like an actual response to Nibiru, because we don't. All we have right now is Appaloosa and Azathoth, pretty much. We're about to get that Nobleman of Crossout sequel card or whatever. I think it's just called Crossout Nobleman instead of Nobleman of Crossout.
Interesting.
But anyway, like, so if it's in your deck already, you can banish it out of your deck and then banish all copies your opponent has in their hand deck or extra deck or whatever. Hand deck or graveyard, something like that. So, I mean, that's one way. That's another way. But, like, that's only 3 things, and 2 of them are... I mean, all of them are really situational. Not all decks can make Azathoth. Not all decks can make Appaloosa. And you never know when you're going to draw this random spell card.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to have Nibiru in your deck. It can't come from your hand or somewhere else already. It has to be in your deck.
I feel like a lot of people main deck Nibiru, though.
Yeah, but the thing is it has to... Like, if you have, like, 1 copy or something...
Oh, it has to be in your deck.
It has to be in your deck.
You're never going to draw it. It's okay.
But then you have to draw 1 of these cards. And then also, you're probably playing 3 of that spell card, and maybe like 1 Nibiru, 1 or 2 Nibiru, or even the 3 Nibiru. But you have to banish them out of yours too. But you still have that spell card, so what are you doing?
Go use on something else.
I guess, I don't know.
I don't know.
But that is the conversation for today, I believe. Let us know your predictions and wish lists in the comments section.
Yep.
And there's a Discord in the description below, and we have a whole Yu-Gi-Oh subsection on there.
We do.
So if you want to come and talk to us more about Yu-Gi-Oh, join us on there, and we will be glad to have conversation because we like to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. So I guess we will see you guys when Master Rule 5 rolls around.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.